But anyway, I'm kidding, dude. I think you're a good guy. I don't know what I'm talking about, and I apologize for that. I'm tired. I'm grumpy. So I apologize that you're none of that.
It's okay.
And I want to say thank you so much for being a part of my life. Thank you so much for being here and being so supportive over the years. And you know what? The first time I ever met you, I didn't like you, but it took a couple of weeks and instantaneously he seeped into my soul.
He's so different now.
He is.
There are parts of you I do miss.
Like what?
I think you used to be a lot more playful
Used to
and
respect
reachable.
I respect you more.
No. You used to respect
I
me
respect
like
you so much
You used to
more.
be so nervous around me.
No, I'll say that I was. You know when you were like you didn't like me, I was like, well, me and Kalila are like we're like I love like our relationship. And I was like, man, Bobby fucking hates me. That was that time in my life too where my I wanted to like get everyone's affirmation. So at that point in my life when you were doing that shit,
Yeah.
bro, that was not good.
I just didn't know what whimsical.
I wish I had better. I wish I had BetterHelp.com. Honestly,
I didn't know if you were. I didn't know who you were. I don't know who brought you over to my house.
You know why?
Why?
You don't take time to get to know people.
The first time he came to the house, I never said to who brought you, Jenna.
Me.
no, her.
All right. So you never. I never. All right. Whatever. I didn't ask
It
you.
was a UFC fight.
You never came up to me and said. You never came up to me and says, "Hey, this whimsical fairy, this whimsical fairy is gonna prance around the house eventually." You know what I mean? So just be aware. No, I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, whimsical fairy flies into the fucking room, and then I'm like, "Who the fuck is that guy?" You know, I need some warning when whimsical fairies come into my house.
I miss those early days.
Yeah, me too. You
Those are
changed
wild.
a bit.
Gilbert's
You're a little
important.
Hollywood. You're
He's a little Hollywood. I will say that. You are Hollywood.
I will say I'm less Hollywood. I will say
That's so Hollywood of you to say that.
because here's why.
Yeah.
That it was so Hollywood of you saying that to do. But people go like that is so Hollywood.
No. All right. All right, but I'll give you this. It was both Hollywood.
What?
Both our responses were Hollywood.
But fine. But the most Hollywood.
Yeah. Who's the most Hollywood in the room?
Who's grown exponentially from zero Hollywood to a little more Hollywood?
Yeah.
Don't you dare even
You.
look this direction. That's not true. I am the least
yeah.
Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to
Whoa,
stop.
whoa,
We were
babe, you're fucking. You are, babe. I have to say it. I'm just so glad you brought it up.
because she was zero.
I'm so glad.
I'm not even saying she's Hollywood. I'm not even saying you're Hollywood now.
So Hollywood.
I wouldn't say.
I have not one Hollywood friend.
Oh yeah.
Where were you last night? David Spade's house, right?
That's Hollywood,
Which
bro.
Hollywood?
That's Hollywood.
That's not Hollywood.
What is that?
Okay.
Casual?
Just because somebody that lives in Hollywood. All right. First of all, just because someone lives in Hollywood and works in Hollywood doesn't make them Hollywood. It's their mentality and the way they behave. All right. So I walked into David Spade's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "I ordered your food." I go, "Okay, you got the prosciutto?" I asked him, "Caesar, all the stuff." He goes, "Yeah, all right, relax, I got it." So the food comes, right? And this is how un-Hollywood I am, okay? This is how un-Hollywood I am. They opened up the boxes, and only my food was in it. Like whoever delivered it forgot to put in all the other. Only my stuff came.
That's
Right? So then to see Kyle Dunnigan was there too, right? And so to see Kyle and Dave just kind of look at me and I go, you know what? Let's share. That's not Hollywood.
That makes you un-Hollywood is sharing?
Not only did I not share, and then here's what I didn't make the assumption that Dave was going to pay for it. So I had a couple $100. I go, you need some money? Right? And he goes, no, man, I got it. Right? So that's not a Hollywood.
to show money.
What makes someone Hollywood?
Okay, how do we define that?
I have
They-
one definition. I have one very clear definition.
Go ahead.
They never pick up phone calls on the first go.
That doesn't make anyone Hollywood.
Yeah, it
That's
does.
crazy.
It
I know
does.
regular people that do that.
No, because Gilbert and you never fucking pick up phone calls.
But
Because the phone's not around me because I'm doing other things.
But I
like
call
helping the
back.
homeless.
I call back immediately when I'm done.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Takes you like a day and a half.
This is the nutshell of what I think Hollywood. They fundamentally believe, deep down inside, that they're better than the common folk.
Yeah, but they do this
that way.
thing where they pretend like they're trying to be like humble and cool and
Like you.
dress like
Like you,
homeless or
babe.
whatever. I don't have friends. I mean, I have
No,
my
but
friends
you
from
know
high
what you're
school.
doing. You know what you're doing right now. Okay,
What's
and
that?
I don't want to start a fight.
I'm
because
competing?
This is a podcast. I don't want to start a fight, but I just want to call you because Gilbert brought it up. Okay,
Call me out.
It's just that you're doing this thing where it's like you wrote this great show.
Can we? Okay.
Oh my god.
No, okay. I'd like to clarify.
Yeah.
Number one, Not so. It has not been sold. Has not been pitched. There's nothing. It's literally.
All right. So she's like,
How is that even?
I'll tell you why.
It's not a thing.
No, because she okay. Just the okay. I had to fucking ease my way into this. All right, but it's like she'll do things like she'll call me and go, wants to be involved. I don't know if I. Yeah, and I
Babe.
whatever his name. And I go, and just by her calling is Hollywood because she knows it is a big deal.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah. It's a big deal, right? Because she just mentioned one of the biggest agents.
I didn't know
planet
that.
Earth.
I didn't know
I'm
that.
telling you.
I'll say
it's
this,
one of the biggest agents.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly.
He
Thank
reps,
you, Gilbert.
I don't know, Spielberg.
I'm not Hollywood like you. I don't
Exactly.
know.
We're not Hollywood enough to know that, Bobby.
All right. So what I'm saying though is that for you to because you're calling me because you know that it sounds.
Just keep bleeping out that fucking name. And I called you not for that. I called you to say
It's Hollywood, babe.
no, it's not.
Yeah. And you do things like you outwardly say like I'm not Hollywood, and
I don't say. I never say
and
that.
it's like, by you saying that you're not Hollywood makes you Hollywood.
Okay, well, how about restaurant? Are there things you can do in a restaurant that makes you Hollywood?
Yeah.
What would you just
Thinking that you have preferential
And I don't.
treatment.
I've waited. You've been around me where I've waited so long. I'll sit there and wait forever for a table.
even until they close?
No, but I have.
Oh, wow.
And I'll even complain about it.
We got into this massive fight at the vaccine site.
Yeah.
We already talked.
Sounds like
about
a
it,
sitcom.
No, we haven't. There's something in my eye though. No, we got into this massive fight because I was like, "Can you look a little less Bobby Lee?"
What does that mean?
He just was like, the beanie and the thing and the sunglasses. He was so wrecked, and I was just like, yeah, like.
Okay. I want to say something. Okay. Can I be me?
Damn, that's a.
Can I be me 24/7? That's my motto. Me 24/7. That's what I want to be.
I just didn't want him to use it as an
So I wear my
opportunity
beanie
to
where I
be
don't
like,
feel comfortable without one. Right. I wear my Gucci's. Right?
Gucci.
Because I don't feel comfortable. I'm wearing a mask. Correct.
Yeah.
I think that's suffice.
And you know what he said? He was like, "No one's gonna know who I am with a mask on." And sure enough, like as soon as we like parked, the first thing is the guy was like, "Bobby Lee."
Anywho, you're Hollywood, and you're not that Hollywood.
And this is the most
Even though
Hollywood.
the most Hollywood.
His hair's
He's
not
a
Hollywood.
real like
His
director.
hair is like
But that's a director look, dude.
Emo Phillips. Like he's.
Emo.
Do you remember Emo Phillips?
No.
You don't know Emo Phillips?
Let me pull it up.
He's got that vibe. He's got Emo Phillips' vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Just
hair.
just a general, like in Pee Wee's Playhouse, he would be popping out.